pre-show hype.
Crack one open.
Kyle the Commish, you should be intrigued by this title.
What is the title?
It's Rookie Award Show. It's the first annual Draft Dudes Rookie Award Show. Moderated by yours truly.
How big of an honor is that?
For me?
Yeah.
You'll see how big of an honor it is for me.
Hey, if you had a good would you rather, now would be a good time to drop it in.
To get it in the pre-show?
Yeah, because we got like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you got a little bit of time here.
Have you guys noticed that my webcam isn't on?
Yeah.
Now that you say that, I'm expecting you to be like in a suit because we recorded tomorrow's show before we did the live stream,
and I didn't have my webcam on.
Yeah, so there was a reason for that.
Well, Kyle's asked me how big of an honor it was. You'll find out pretty shortly.
He's gonna have a suit on.
That's
fine. I haven't seen.
I have a mighty swell, so it tells you how my evening is going.
Kyle goes, "Don't tell me how to feel."
Kyle Krabs?
No, Kyle the Commish. Kyle the Commish. This next comment is directly for you. Got your DM the other day. We responded. We went back and forth. Just so you know, maybe something you said to me in the DM is closer than you think. All right, How about that? How about that for a cryptic little message here?
Another cryptic message. Sam, we got to get serious, brother. There he is.
There he is.
Sam, I hope you were listening to Joe there, because
Sam, you'll be hearing from me very shortly.
Stuff just got real, my friend.
Yeah, these guys are not letting me off the damn hook. That's all I'll say.
Did you know that? I think it's one of the cap sites has a tool for that, where you can select like cut, trade, or whatever.
Rack. Yeah.
Well, Over the Cap has it as well.
Well, Spot Rack, Mike Giannetti, my guy.
Over the Cap.
Both resources. I enjoy both resources for different reasons.
All right, I think I can do this. I'll put it up in the pre-show.
Oh, there you go.
Kyle Commish, would you rather sign Melvin Ingram, Hassan Reddick, or Leonard Floyd this offseason? I think Reddick gets the franchise tag, so I don't even think he's available.
What team am I?
You're the San Diego Scouts.
Melvin Ingram.
Yeah, Melvin Ingram.
He's the best football player.
And that's our goal. You know?
Do you remember his South Carolina tape when he had that like fake punt?
I'm not gonna say yes and act.
Oh
get myself crossed up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I'm not making it up either. It's a real life thing. If you're in the comments, you remember Melvin Ingram's tape at South Carolina. He had some like fake punt catch or run, and it was just unbelievably outrageous. It was like, this is the most fun prospect I've ever seen in my entire life.
All right, gentlemen, it's 7:30. We got to go here, okay?
We got a boogie.
We got to do some awards. Here we go.
Yeah, I knew it. Look at you.
Hello, gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome into the first annual Draft Dudes Rookie Award Show. I dressed for the occasion. I got my suit on. Got a little bow tie on as well. I am prepared for this evening. Welcome in, everybody.
Can you stand up? Can you?
Yeah, you wearing pants on that, or?
Oh,
wow. He's wearing the pants too.
You're not getting me, gentlemen. Not getting me today on the show. The suit game. No, I don't have shoes on. Are you kidding me? I went a little comfortable here for the show. I'm going to sit in this for the next 45 minutes or so. Yes. So
Shuby's got a suit. He said, I got to find a reason to wear it.
We're doing the award show first annual. I figured I would suit up for the festivities. On.
Is that a real bow tie? Did you tie it yourself, or is it a clip?
Is it one of those clip ones?
Yeah, it's one of the yeah. So I have it clipped in the back
with the slide.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You see him with the way he's angled and everything here, Kyle?
Yeah, I got a new setup here. So
this is a different person.
So he's got a gamer chair now.
So no gamer chair. I got a monitor mount that has the two monitors set up. So the webcam is now in a different spot. So if you see me just looking off into the space, because I don't know where the webcam is anymore because I moved it. So apologies for that.
Off into the oblivion.
But welcome into the first annual Draft Dudes Award
everyone.
Show. Gentlemen, are we doing well on this fine Thursday evening?
Yes, Chris. It's great to be here.
Appreciate it. Listen, man, it's a new setup. The camera's in a weird spot. All right,
Chris is like,
it's a weird angle. I could put it here in the middle, but then I won't see anything. So this is how we're gonna have it set up.
Oh boy.
No, come on. This is better than the plain wall. I mean, this is miles better. What are we doing here? Okay. All right, gentlemen.
Ren, congrats on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Ren, what's up, dude?
All right, we have a limited amount of time here. By the way, for those of you watching us on the Periscope, we have listen, Michael, there's no need for that, okay? All right. This is a nice outfit for a very special occasion. You know what? See, Vontel. You know what, Vontel? I'm dressing for the award show I want to host. Okay, I'm dressing for the award show I want to host sometime in the future. So, okay, we are doing our rookie awards here. We partnered with Panini. We did a bunch of stuff during the season with them with rookie performances throughout the year. So we're going to be doing our awards here. And then right after us, if you're watching us on the Draft Network Twitter account on our Periscope, the TDN Fantasy Crew, they're giving out their fantasy awards with Panini. So stay tuned for that right after us. So guys, we got, I believe, 5 categories to get into, and we will end it with our top award, which is the best overall draft class from the 2020 NFL draft. So are you guys ready? I'm just moderating. I'm giving you the award, the winner, and then you guys are going to discuss the award winner and the honorable mention. So all good, gentlemen?
Very good.
Okay. So our first award is going to be the best individual performance of the 2020 season by a rookie. I will let you know that the honorable mention for this category was Los Angeles quarterback Justin Herbert, Week 11 versus my New York Jets. 3 passing touchdowns, 366 passing yards, and a 116.5 passer rating. But the winner for the best individual performance, Minnesota wide receiver Justin Jefferson, Week 3, Tennessee Titans, 7 receptions, 175 yards, 1 touchdown. This is Justin Jefferson's first Draft Dudes Award.
Oh, there you go. I like that. That's a nice little rope in there.
Appreciate that.
Jefferson had like 3 blow-up games this year that all could have qualified for this award. Herbert had a few blow-up games that could have qualified for this award. Do you know what one I wish would have made the list if it was more than just a winner and a runner-up? I wish we could have got Antonio Gibson on Thanksgiving against Dallas on here. He was terrific in that game. And but as far as Justin Jefferson goes, like, I know there were a lot of fans that were upset that, wide receiver versus a quarterback for the actual NFL Rookie of the Year award. This felt like a nice consolation prize. I don't know. If you ask me, Justin Jefferson came in. He had a great interview with Justin at TDN and talked about kind of breaking the narrative that he's a slot-only guy. And I think Minnesota has to feel super excited about what they got from him this year and what he projects as moving forward.
Sounds like it's a good idea to have the first name Justin, right? Maybe that should
Herbert, Jefferson,
Fields. I don't know.
Fields. A little foreshadowing for next year. Huh?
So he had 7 for 175 and a touchdown on 9 targets.
Yeah,
I mean that's efficiency.
Yeah,
this was a good game if you remember, like for yards after the catch. It was not just the vertical stuff, not just like getting open and catching the football like you always did, but this was a great showcase of what Justin Jefferson can do after the catch, which was an underrated part of his game coming out when you were evaluating him.
And Kyle, throughout the year at the Draft Network, we gave out weekly performances for rookies. So each week we gave these out in partnership with Panini. Can you just tell everybody the process that we went through in order to pick those individual performances on a weekly basis?
Yeah, so our scouting staff meeting, which was comprised of Joe, myself, Jordan Reed, Dre Harris, and Brentley Weissman. We got together every day throughout the course of the week. And just kind of touch base on team performances. We have pro scouting that we're responsible for, college scouting we're responsible for. And so on Mondays, we would talk about the standout rookie performers from each of our respective teams within our region and talk about, we have to give out the award in course with Panini this week. So who stands out, who in your region was worthwhile. You got a chance to kind of stake your claim within the group. And then we voted on what the short list looked like. And a lot of weeks it was consensus, but some weeks it wasn't. And those were the really fun conversations, just like everything with this group of guys is, when you get a chance to pound the table for one of your players and make a case and try and get the rest of the group to vote your way instead of for somebody else. So we had offensive and defensive rookie of the week awards for both the AFC and NFC that we did with Panini every week. We decided, hey, if anybody jumps out on the Monday night games, we'll be a little bit more flexible. There were Tuesday night and Wednesday night games, maybe not so much, but grand scheme of things, we knew going into Monday Night Football who it was going to be unless there was a standout performance.
We keep this award show moving, gentlemen. The best undrafted free agent, and I don't think this one is much of a surprise. It's running back James Robinson of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Joe?
Yeah, you got to be impressed with the year that he had, especially when not a whole lot went well for the Jaguars team. Offensively, just were fluttering all year long, shifting around quarterbacks. But James Robinson was consistent when it came to his production. Obviously, a small school UDFA out of Southern Illinois, a guy that it's difficult to evaluate those types of players and especially forecast that they're going to have immediate success, and especially under the circumstances of Jacksonville, for Robinson to do what he was able to do statistically and make the impact on the team that he did. He's just the clear-cut choice here. I think we'll have some other discussions that were much more difficult. Robinson really kind of the poster boy for UDFAs this year.
Yeah, it's you get this kind of player once every couple of years. What you don't see is whether or not those players are able to maintain that role, or was this more of an opportunity-based thing? And I'll be really interested with James, because you watched him at the Shrine game last year, and it was apparent that he had talent. You just knew he was going to be a guy that was going to run 4.65, and I think he ran 4.64 or 4.66. But he's a bowling ball of a runner. And I was really impressed to see how much production he managed to have on an offense that was playing from behind as oftenly as what Jacksonville was, right? 1-15 team, you end up rushing for 1,000 yards. He had a modest amount of production in the passing game, despite the fact that they often rotated him out on third downs. I would know, as a James Robinson fantasy owner, we missed some opportunities because Jacksonville took him out of the game in the red zone. I'm not mad. I'm just saying I noticed Doug Marrone. But it could have been much more impressive for him if there was less of that rotation. But a tip of the cap to James Robinson of Illinois State for a very, very strong rookie season.
764 of his 1,070 yards.
After contact?
After
Oh, my
contact.
Lord. Wait, say it again.
764 of his 1,070 yards came after contact. He averaged 4.5 yards a carry, 3.18 after contact.
Wait, so he averaged more after contact than Kalen Ballage averages through his entire career.
Oh, man. I had to go there.
Don't get us into the Peyton Barber stuff from a few years ago.
Yeah, but he got 250 plus touches. It was different. James Robinson confirmed much better than both. Period.
Yeah.
The honorable mention in this category, gentlemen, I didn't mention it when giving up the award, interior defensive lineman Tershawn Wharton of the Kansas City Chiefs. We talked about how closely some of these battles are in this position, so I want to make sure we mention all the honorable mentions, the guy or team that fell just behind our winners. Okay, our next two awards are both going to be the Offensive Rookie of the Year and the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's start with the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Guys, the honorable mention in this class for this award, cornerback L'Jarius Sneed of the Kansas City Chiefs. So the winner of the Defensive Rookie of the Year award, Draft Dudes Rookie Award, Chase Young, defensive end of the Washington Football Team. Kyle?
So Chase was terrific down the stretch this year. Started slow. He really started to dial up the heat on opposing pass rushers, and really helped kind of change the attitude and identity of what was already a talented Washington front seven. And they had viable pass rushers. They had guys viable of controlling the line of scrimmage. But when you look like a different breed in that group, which Chase Young did at times, I think that is a big testament to what his talent level is, where he's going as a professional player, and really excited about seeing how he parlays the back half of the season, in which he really seemed to turn the corner and avoid hitting a rookie wall, which is impressive in its own right when you think about what the build up to the offseason or the build up to the season start was this year. For him to not hit a rookie wall and only get stronger as the season went on is a testament to Chase and his ability to rush the passer and play really good defense, and that's why he's Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Here's my favorite stat from the past year that I think just tells the story of Chase Young and how good he is already. This is courtesy of our friends at ESPN. They said players who ranked in the top 10 last season among edge rushers in double teams faced, but also pass rush win rate: Myles Garrett, Joey Bosa, J.J. Watt, Chase Young.
It's a good group. It's a good group to be involved in.
So he's already getting that attention on a good defensive line, right? Like you still have Deron Payne and John Allen and Montez Sweat, Ryan Kerrigan's there, Matt Ioannidis, but double team frequencies there, and he's still winning.
Guys, this is a very interactive award show, unlike some of those other ones that you see out there. So we'll put up Kyle the Commissioner's comment here. He hopes you guys talk about Snead a little bit, even though he was the honorable mention. So I'll give you guys the floor to be able to talk about him.
I think Kansas City got a number of complementary roles this year filled with young players, and you think about what their roster construction looks like, and they're going to need to continue to do that to continue playing at a competitive level. But you have to love Snead coming in as a mid-round pick and having the ball skills that he did, and you could see how traits he was to play outside corner, and really made some big plays as far as creating turnovers for Kansas City. And he started hot and he finished hot. So you have to appreciate seeing him on both poles of the season. Snead, kind of the underdog of the group because Jeremy Chin was in consideration here, and he had great tackle production, but Snead, game-changing plays. Chase Young, probably the most dominant of the group.
Passer rating of 66.6 when targeted, L'Jarius Snead. I mean, as a rookie, small school, I think he was so important to their defense because it allowed them to do some more matchup-specific stuff, play more man coverage, and I think from just not only what he did as a player, but how he impacted the scheme really says a lot about just how good of a rookie he is and how excited they should be about him for years to come.
Especially when you put it through the scope of what every other rookie corner who was drafted in front of him was able to do this year, which was struggle. You think about the first-round guys, Okudah, Gladney started slow. Igbenogany got reps early and then got pulled off the field, and they were super hesitant to get him onto the field. Arnett. Who else am I forgetting? Terrell. You know, the passer
up and down.
The passer ratings of these guys allowed did not sniff L'Jarius Snead's, and this was not just, he's on a better team. He performed better. So I think Kansas City deserves a lot of credit for that.
We move on, guys. Our offensive rookie of the year, the honorable mention. He will not be the first player to receive two Draft Dudes rookie awards. Justin Jefferson, the honorable mention here. The winner of the offensive rookie of the year, as voted by you two gentlemen, quarterback Justin Herbert of the Los Angeles Chargers, mimicking the actual offensive rookie of the year winner, Justin Herbert. You're pointing at Joe.
Good player, right? You know, the Bills played Herbert late in the season, and every time that the Bills play quarterback, I do a ton of work, right, to get ready for the game. And I'm doing my work on Herbert, and I'm like, all right, where do I poke the holes? Yep. Where is it? Where is it? Is it too much play action, all the yards after the catch? Is it, you know, he's getting the ball out of his hands quick? Is it, what is it, right? Can't find it. You can't find it. The guy came in and was lights out, 4,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. The team goes 6-9 with him as a starter 3 times. It was a game-winning drive by Justin Herbert. It probably should have been a couple of more. He showed the clutch factor. He threw the ball down the field. And, one thing I'll say about Justin that really impressed me is it's like, you don't look at the scheme and say, yeah, they really dumbed it down for him and just made it easy. They really didn't. And I know that he has nice weapons, and Hunter Henry and Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. That's a really good group of primary pass catchers for you to walk into. But there's questions about that offensive line. And he was reading the whole field, working the whole field, winning, outside of structure. It just like he did everything right away, which is so contrary to what I thought. I thought Justin Herbert would kind of have to be eased along, and just like, when is he going to be able to take command of an NFL huddle based on just kind of being a one read and improvised type player at Oregon. Dude put it together really, really quick and had one of the best rookie quarterback seasons we've ever seen.
Put up this comment from Braden Herbert. Impressed me with how he moved for his size.
Yeah, it's the prototype build, right? And that was part of the selling point for him. And then there's the questions of, how does he read the field? And I think we've spoken a little bit with Brentley Weissman on our scouting staff, and he's familiar with the Oregon program. And he said he really wasn't surprised based on how Oregon coached their players that Justin Herbert looked completely different in a different environment. But that's kind of like the catch with Justin Herbert was Justin Herbert never left Eugene. He's from Eugene in high school. He didn't do any of these quarterback camps. He didn't get any private quarterback coaching. He went right from high school to Eugene, and he worked in Eugene with his coaches for 4 years. And then he goes to the Senior Bowl, and instantaneously at the Senior Bowl, the switch flips. And that was your first clue that there was a little bit something more than just what you were able to see on the field with Justin Herbert. Do we need to talk about Justin Jefferson? Do we need to?
We need to talk about this, though.
Yeah,
hey, Chris, did I see your eyes narrow on that?
They did.
Too?
They did because I don't know what he said. I
need a moment.
Okay,
to
please.
defend myself.
Please.
For a long time in my life, right?
Oregon.
I called it Oregon. Okay. And I defended it too, because I would say, oh, well, what's the shape of a stop sign? Is it an octagon or is it an octagon? All right. So I finally, as I've matured as a human being, I said to myself, you know what? I'm not fighting this battle anymore. I met some people from Oregon and I started calling it Oregon, right? I did this. I made this choice that I was going to do it and call it Oregon. But sometimes there are moments in your life where you revert to habits, right? Like if you fix your mechanics as a quarterback and they show up in practice, it's one thing. But when the live bullets in the game show up, sometimes you revert back to some bad habits. And that's exactly what happened here.
You are the quarterback who revamps his throwing motion and mechanics in the offseason. And then you get into your first game of live action in the regular season.
Right back to the old ways.
Lo and behold, Tim Tebow with that long-ass swing and release.
That is a recently retired baseball player,
yes.
Tim Tebow.
Congrats on the successful baseball career, Tim Tebow.
Not the first time I've said Oregon on this show, okay? So, there's been plenty of chances for people to pick up on that tendency and cachet to me, but this is the first time it's happened. So, you know what? I had a slip.
This is the first time you've done it on the live stream.
I know. Listen, between pop culture and pronunciation, we get more crap about those things than we do our football things.
This is becoming a close number 3, by the way, just so you know. This is becoming a close number 3.
Here it is.
There you go, Joe. That's for you.
So I know Ren's pretty upset with positional bias, and I do think shouting out Tristan Wirfs for the season that he has is appropriate. He was phenomenal this year, unsurprisingly, if you watched his tape at Iowa, Joe.
Yeah, and I think we'll have an opportunity to talk about Wirfs here shortly.
Oh, okay.
Easy, Joe. Easy there, buddy. Okay. We get to the last award here that we're going to give out here on this live stream. And like I said, for those of you watching on the Draft Network, the Periscope, right after this, the TD and Fantasy crew, they're coming in giving out their awards as well. This is the creme de la creme here on this show. The best overall draft class. This is the award that you want. This shows you that you did a fantastic job of putting together a rookie draft class. And I think where we start here, guys, is with the honorable mentions, because in the pre-show, we were talking about it. Joe was getting heated. Joe was heated about the teams that made this list. So the honorable mention that I have written down here, the Indianapolis Colts. Joe still, even minutes before the awards show went on the air, was trying to get another team into the rundown.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Well, I don't want to take anything away from the Indianapolis Colts, because I think when you look at Michael Pittman, you look at Jonathan Taylor, you look at Julian Blackmon, you have 3 nice pieces right there, that look like they're going to be long-term answers there. But for me, I really wanted to give a shout out to the Washington football team. We've already talked about Chase Young, and that wasn't a hard pick at number 2, but I mean, what he's going to mean to that football team for a long time. Antonio Gibson, a really dynamic playmaker in that backfield. And then Cameron Curl, who had an awesome year at safety for them. So it was I can see why we would go with the Colts. And I just felt like
as the honorable mention.
Right, as the
They're
honorable
not the
mention.
winner. They did not win
not
the
the
award.
winner. I just wanted to give some love to the Washington football team for finding those 3 building blocks there, especially Cameron Curl.
Yeah, he's a 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
And it was a really good tackler. And now what becomes dangerous here as a team is finding the right long-term role for Cameron Curl. I think he has one, right? But this is a team in Washington that has all these really good players in the front 7. How do you complement Cameron Curl by upgrading around him? I think that's the next step to kind of continuing his level of play and making sure this is not one of those short-term payoff one-year wonders, but a player that can continue to have success in the long run.
So with that being said, gentlemen, the winner of the best overall draft class for 2020, the last Draft Dudes Rookie Award that we are going to give out on the show tonight, the best overall draft class goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So you got Tristan Wirfs, impact starter. Antoine Winfield Jr., impact starter. Two of them, one on each side of the football. Each played a critical role in Tampa's run to the Super Bowl. You think about Tyler Johnson as well, a guy who didn't catch a lot of footballs, but I remember hearing it on the broadcast that it was true. Every time you saw Tyler Johnson catch a football, it was some spectacular catch.
Every time.
That was like some body contortion, sideline stuff, go down, dig it out low. So Tristan Wirfs didn't get any recognition for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Antoine Winfield Jr. did not get any Defensive Rookie of the Year acknowledgments. But you put what they did together and what those two starters being put into the lineup meant for Tampa Bay throughout the course of the season, and you get a complimentary guy. I think you could almost measure the draft classes by their best three players, right? It was almost, do you take Chase Young and Antonio Gibson and Cameron Curl and measure that up versus Jonathan Taylor and
Mike Pittman, Julian Blackmon.
Mike Pittman and Julian Blackmon versus Tristan Wirfs, Antoine Winfield, and whoever you wanted to classify the third best, whether it's Tyler Johnson or somebody else. It's not Keyshawn Vaughn, who was their third round pick, but that's neither here nor there. I think the impact of those top two guys made the difference.
Yeah, focus on the hits, right? And they needed that right tackle, right? Like DeMar Dotson in that spot had become very stale.
Yes.
And Tristan Wirfs like immediately became the answer there that they've been looking for. And then Antoine Winfield just immediately became this versatile defensive back that really complemented what they had up front. And then those rangy linebackers to just have that presence on the back end to kind of like glue it all together. And for it to happen as quickly as it did, really impressive stuff and contributed heavily to their Super Bowl championship.
Braden, to answer your question, no, Keyshawn Vaughn was not taken before Antonio Gibson. But I know on good authority, Tampa was dialed in on Antonio Gibson as their potential third-round pick, and then he got sniped by Washington before they had a chance. So their reaction was to go find the next running back on the board because they felt they needed one at the time.
Imagine if they got
Gibson.
Ooh, boy.
And we were told that before the draft that they loved Antonio Gibson. So imagine what that could have been like if it wasn't already a great draft class when you look at some of the pieces that they brought in.
Gentlemen, that is it. That is all the awards that I have to give out. This suit, I'm sweating with the lights on in here. So I'm going to pass it off back to you guys because I am done giving out awards. But thank you for everybody joining us for the first annual, we'll do this every year, Draft Dudes Rookie Awards Show. And maybe we'll add new awards. You know, as this award show expands, new categories can be created. More love can be given to the rookies from the previous season.
So, Joe, any parting thoughts? Any glaring omissions that need to be shouted out?
I think the last thing I'd like to say to just kind of bring this together is what a difficult year for rookies to contribute at all, given the dynamics of the scouting process as well as just not the normal rookie mini camps and training camps and preseason. And we still saw a lot of guys come in and make an impact. And so I think that speaks to what we always thought was a really good draft class, and I thought it delivered. And a lot of good young players that are still going to develop in year two. But I think just overall really impressed that rookies in general did as well as they did in 2020.
This is a good one, Braden. Filing it away for
That's
next year.
Rookie Play of the Year.
Filing it away. Not saying it will make the cut, but we will file it away.
Rookie Play of the Year. Who had a crazy catch?
CeeDee Lamb.
I was going to say.
Against Minnesota, right? Yeah.
There. Done.
Easy.
Done. There you go.
Impromptu award given out on the show.
We'll print the award and send it out.
We didn't have that one made. I didn't have that one available here, but we will. We'll give that away.
We do it on the fly. I think Joe's got a point about the circumstances. If your team didn't get any honors or recognition here, it's not a kiss of death by any means. We could see your team with some player development continue in year 2, year 3. This is a multi-year process, not a year 1 process. That would be what I would encourage everybody, fans of every team, if your rookies did not perform to the degree in which you would have hoped, keep the faith. That is the beauty of the offseason. That is the beauty of the draft. You get inspired. Hope springs eternal every April, courtesy of the NFL draft. It will do so again this year, and we'll be there to take you through that process. So thanks for tuning in to the live stream. Kyle Krabs, Joe Marino, Chris Shuby Schubert. Until next year for the Rookie Awards, and until next Monday for the YouTube live stream.